where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day, every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Ukumaringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news making headlines today. In the headlines tonight, new Aurora resident city commissioner engages crime hub San Siro residents. Kalker Kwaro Janam chairperson installed. And the successful eviction of the indisciplined Balalo in the Acholi sub-region. This and more in the NILE CAST News Bulletin. A very good evening, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILE Cast, only on West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. Barely close to 2 months in office, Charles Ikogor, the new Aurora resident city commissioner, is taking up his duty as the head of security to bring order to the city through community dialogue. Yesterday, Ikogor, in the company of some other leaders, had a community baraza with the locals of Pangisa Ward in San Siro, one of the areas that has since become a no-go zone, starting in the evening hours, as he intends to extend this to the rest of the other areas within the city. Farish Majid reports.
In a bid to bring sanity to the city, Charles Ichogor, the new Aurora resident city commissioner, has taken the mantle to bringing down the high crime rate in the city through the bottom line approach, where he intends to tackle criminality through talking to the communities. Yesterday, on the 5th of December 2023, Ichogor, in company of other leaders, held a community baraza with the locals of San Siro, one of the hotspots known for criminality in the city. Ichogor Charles, the Aurora resident city commissioner, says that the purpose of the meeting is to meet the ordinary citizens, as it is always his approach of doing work.
When I was transferred here by His Excellency the President, as I always do wherever I go, the first thing to do is to meet the leaders. I did that. I followed the mayor to his division and shared with him a lot. And I told him, I want to move to the people. I want to interact with the people, because His Excellency the President of this country has sent me to work with the people, to work with the 190, and that is you, and that's why I'm here.
Ichogor further says that he's going to continue with the exercise to all the other areas within the city, as he wants to deal directly with the common person in order to bring down criminality within the city. Muzaid Kemis, the Mayor Central Division, commended the resident city commissioner for the approach of coming to the ground level to understand the challenges of the community, as he says that this will help Ichogor in doing his work as the new RCC.
With your approach of listening to the community, you're going to succeed. Sometimes people tend to have a borderline. I am fighting with him over border. I'm going to accuse him to the office in the wrong way. Sometimes you find somebody want to grab land of an orphan. He goes to you and accuses. If you come on the ground, you stop using that AC in the office. Come and listen to the problems of the people. My brother, I trust you. You're a senior, you're an elder. My follower who works in State House called me this morning. You didn't know him. You see, my follower is affiliated to NRM. For me, I'm affiliated to FDC. And that is how we are. And that is his constitutional right, and this is my constitutional right. He called me. He asked me, how is that man? That he worked with you when he was that side. You know, he was working in the area. That he worked with you in their youth issues. But he still knows you very well. They were together in a class with that.
Meanwhile, Victor Lomori Vidal, the area councillor representing Pangisa Ward, also doubles as the deputy speaker for Central Division, together with the community members, are seeking for establishment of a police post within the area so as to help curb the high crime rate.
I want to say that where you are, this is the famous place that is called San Siro. San Siro is known for criminal activity. And San Siro has become a hub of criminals. This I want to report to you. But I want to say the communities around here, especially here, offered land for a police post. The only challenge we have is that we needed funds to put up that structure. Under the able leadership of the LCs, the LC2 of Pangisa Ward and the 10 LCs, they managed to contribute some money. We as councillors were supposed to equally contribute money. We need to have a police post here.
However, Sabir Habib, commonly known as Susu, who also hails from the area, is of the view that the youths within the area can be transformed through sports, since many talents have been witnessed in the area, which have also remained untapped at the same time.
For me, my feeling is to improve security and idleness in my area, we should empower the issue of sports. We should promote sports in our area. We have a lot of talents, and sports has created a lot of opportunities for the youth outside there, and I have a feeling that if we can promote it in my area, it can also curb the issue of idleness and hence reduce insecurity. We have good footballers here, we have good netballers here at tender age. If we can make them love the sport, if we can make them practice the sport every day, I think they will achieve what they want in it and also get their monies through sports.
Ichogor Charles, the new Arua Resident City Commissioner, replaces Ali Sakelo, who got transferred. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories, the chairperson Kalkel Kwaro Junam, Fred Opar, has been installed at Omach Primary School playgrounds in Pakwach District in a ceremony attended by chief subjects together with other invited guests. Alfred Jawok reports.
During the installation of chairperson Kalkel Kwaro Junam at Omach Primary School playground this afternoon, the Dean of St. Stephen Cathedral, Venerable Ephraim Jagen Aliana, who was the main celebrant during the installation, urged cultural leaders to work together with God and government. Jagen further urged the chiefs to unite and fight divisionism among Jonam people.
Mungu rehema dudu tano kete Daudi wasukumanya katika kudida ni kitu ngatendo kudit Mungu timure dano mutuwa mijunam anatie dano mama ali paida adongi kalmi paida dongo sama road na sonutie angeo le mikam seke Mungu rehema dudu tano Mungu mwase nyanga tikisuru kai. Meno tewa ge mwosuru kasa uyugu liko Mungu si Mungu ma ukere kudisigu. Rota kwani asali sako kwa Mungu wote Mungu. Roti mini tendo miti Israel maguwoto kwa Mungu asia mwenyezo kwa peri safati. Yosia peri yatini. Kwa pare saru peri go peri kora bora. Ente wote kwa Mungu samukir kwa Mungu peri karaselo kule. Mungu kamfanya ting Mungu chiku ya tene salama yenu. Ma buku majama jo kwano nwenyu bedutie ikomdishami sishami obi mahamo le renya diberi ngomigi omakusigi mai ngom sesim ahamu bedu Israel.
Stanley Topasho Ombede, the chief of Panyimur Kerkwanga, who doubles as Secretary General of the association, appealed to the government to recognize Jonam as a tribe in the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. He further advised the new chairperson to work together with the Pakwach District local government to support his office.
Hallelujah. Ozungu nyarwa pako ngo Yesu. Kona ya. Eni to pate sango mbidi. Ning mekbo pati te jal moro arut mu bo to yu Yesu da kuida ni bele jalar para ketumani sama jadi shomongo be polju awajo be amoni ye an jadi shomongo message meno vehicle pera pingati mangengo imutu zolen para ka inde mulrinya ko mulemperi e wagwa ko chingwa magoro jofwa pela mogo pe mitelo majawi pe makiego mongo ichiri giringo igwo giringo riako de gutingo tie rod mongo achinge weki e konbe de gamtum so ditela wada mirachela wachinia gima juponjusha aisha wachoke zoko wawe chongeni donkeni wakete kuomwa manja anlem para chako kumongo dara kumongo yen angeyo kama aiye angeyo kama gonya iye angeyo kama lara iye awodo atudu liyere apoyo monga foya.
Meanwhile, the new chairperson of Jonam Chiefs Association, Fred Opar Koba IV, is the second chairperson to head the association after the former chairperson Charles Ombedi was voted out of office in early October this year. Jonam has 19 chiefdoms stretching from Dey sub-county to Wadilai with over 87,997 subjects. At the time of filing this story, the ceremony was still going on with the chief guest, the Prime Minister, Lango Kashro Institution, Professor Richard Nam. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories, refugee and host community women in the various refugee settlements of Bidi in Vepi and the self-settled urban refugees in Koboko municipality are calling for the leveled ground to achieve equity in leadership positions and decision-making processes in Uganda. The women say that social cultural beliefs still put down their efforts of seeking for leadership, coupled with the hostile and violent environment provided in the country, especially during the elections, which tends to create fear among the women and deprive their ambitions of participation to be leaders. Frederick Ramadri reports.
The State Minister for Northern Uganda, Grace Freedom Kwetwin, says amid this number of challenges, the evictions of the indisciplined Balaru cattle keepers from Acholi sub-region are successfully started.
What has been tabled before me ranges between 23 million to 30 million per district, depending on the level of the population of the animals. But that is not enough. That is not enough.
This came after the 3 weeks grace period, which was given by President Museveni while at Okiri sub-county in Amoro district, elapsed.
Because we do not want to strain our people in the field. If we have identified you as non-compliant, pick your animals and go, so that we can move to the next places. You can see we have done just 2 districts in 1 week. We have not even finished these districts. We need to move to other places, to other farms, so that work can continue smoothly.
The concern raised by various district teams implementing this executive order forced the Acholi parliamentary group to come on ground to assess the situation.
So you brief us on what is happening here, and then, the members should get to know exactly what is happening on the ground. Yesterday we already interacted with the Minister of State for Northern Uganda, gave us what is happening from the office. So we are here to understand what is happening on the ground.
Speaking to Acholi parliamentary group from Palar sub-county in Gulu district, ASP Walter Ogwang told MPs that lack of logistic and facilitations for the officers and other implementing members is frustrating the implementations of the eviction orders.
They could not continue because of what you have already been briefed. The facilitation of the personnel and how do you see this place, and we have been holding this personnel since. But how do you feed in here? This God knows. So this is one of the challenges that we are not moving because of even fuel. Challenges of getting fuel is a problem. So this is one of the areas that you are coming here should look at and help. But otherwise, the team on the ground, both the police, the army, and the leaders around, we are ready for work.
Honorable Dennis Amere, the MP Kitgum Municipality, was shocked to learn from these enforcement officers what they are going through while implementing the Executive Order number 3, which was meant to have a specific budget attached to.
It is as if there is a kind of arrangement just to confuse us that the work is going on.
Exactly.
But these are owners of animals who are pick sample from their farm to go and sell for Christmas.
And they are using their own truck.
No work is being done. This is my simple analysis.
That is it. Exactly.
Because when you look at the motives, the explanation, and how the police is being sidelined, you know, that is my observation, by the way.
Yeah, that's
my simple analysis.
That's true.
Chairman, no work is being done. Completely.
Can I give you a background of this thing in Palaro?
According to Alfred Opio, the district veterinary officer, Gulu District, the district have worked on only 2 farms out of 91 farms in the district since the 27th November 2023.
So in total for Gulu District, that very day of Monday 27th, we impounded 226 herds of cattle. They were driven to the livestock market constructed by Production Marketing Grant in Gulu District in a day. And that's where we kept them temporarily as the holding ground.
Emmanuel Yahangane Diguri, one of the Balalo, says they are not against the eviction order of the president if leaders are targeting only those who are not complying with the directives.
It is that we are not disturbing the community. Maybe like 2% can be there, but if they come in a good way, they can still evict those ones that they think they are disturbing the community. But for us, we have tried fencing, and but the problem we faced was the issue of the workers. The issue of the workers within this short period of time that we got, shortage of workers, and this barbed wire. They could get finished in Palaro, they get finished in Gulu, I think in northern Uganda. Then we start putting their money and we wait for them to come from Kampala.
According to the minister, any cattle keepers that will not keep the standard requirement, his or her animal will be auctions. The money raised will be used to implement community projects in the area EOC was operating. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, NILE CAST.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. Let's move on to the rest of the stories of the NILE CAST this evening. Refugees and host community women in the various refugee settlements of Bidi, Mvepi and the self-settled urban refugees in Koboko municipality are calling for the leveled ground to achieve equity in the leadership positions and decision-making processes in Uganda. The women say that social cultural beliefs still put down their efforts of seeking leadership, coupled with the hostile environment and violent environment provided in the country, especially during elections, which tends to create fear among the women and deprive their ambitions of participations to be leaders. Frederick Ramadri has more.
In 2022, women representation in Uganda's National Assembly was rated at 34%, down from 18% in 1997, according to World Bank. This stride of achievement has seen hiccups from the narratives of the refugees and the host community women in Western region who describe the leadership environment for them in the country as hostile and violent due to various factors, with low self-esteem being at the top.
They cannot understand and culture. If you stand as a leader in area or in zone or in village, people begin telling you that how can you, they started encouraging your husband, how can you allow your wife or your sister to be in leadership? And then our brothers, they will ask you as a lady, if you're not yet married, you're going to get married somewhere, why do you want to be in leader in our village? They will not give you a vote, they will not support you.
Most of the women have low self-esteem, they don't believe in their potential.
One is fear. Most of people have the fear to stand in front of people. When during elections, make them shy down and not accept to become a leader.
Speaking during a regional women conference organized by Community Empowerment for Creative Innovation, a refugee-led civil society organization based in Koboko Municipality under their Humanitarian Development and Peace Initiative for Crisis-Affected Population in Uganda project supported by Oxfam, the women decried the supremacy by their counterparts over resources and positions, asking government to address them. Akandru Grace, the public relations officer CUV, one of the non-governmental organizations who doubles as one of the civil society activists, appreciates the role played by Uganda's government of a financial inclusion among the women, but urged for more support in providing a safer, accommodative environment for shared responsibilities and decision-making.
Access to major resources, major production tools is still hard for women, especially the uneducated one.
Whereas Rupani Sauda, the executive director, Partners in Development and Center for Holistic Transformation PCOD, says that government of Uganda has tried to uplift women through various empowerment programs, but majority of them remain poor and lagging behind in terms of leadership.
We're asking for a society where there's fairness. If a woman is maybe the head, there should be also a man. We want a society where there is equal opportunity for all. And if that comes, then we realize we'll have trust for each other. But as it stands now, men and women, we are not trusting each other. Even at family level, there are violences and there are conflicts because resources are not shared equally.
The program's manager, Community Empowerment for Creative Innovation, CC, Rashid Taban, says achieving equal rights in the country needs concerted efforts from the grassroots so as to cut down the societal beliefs that deprive women participation in every forum.
The legal framework has allowed to ensure women and men participate in other elective positions. But what we see is a challenge for women is to break the barriers of culture and social issues that have created myths that are negative to women participation.
According to Uganda demographics, the country's female population has witnessed a drastic increase from 17 million in 2012 to 32 million in 2022, constituting about 50.5% of the general population who are demanding for equal rights with their male counterparts. Frederick Tamadri, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories, the public in MOA district have been urged to embrace the indoor residual spraying exercise so as to reduce on the high prevalence of malaria burden in the district. This urge was made by Dr. Amaku Stephen, the Assistant District Health Officer in charge of malaria control and environmental health, MOA district, this morning after the flagging off of the exercise at MOA Council Yard. Okumu Dominic reports.
Close to 20 pump operators who will be spraying the homes within the town council were flagged off by the Assistant District Health Officer in charge of malaria control and environmental health, MOA, together with the office of the town clerk and the communications officer from social behavior change under the Ministry of Health. Dr. Amoko Stephen, the Assistant District Health Officer in charge of malaria control and environmental health, MOA, urged the public to welcome the pump operators in their homes so that the exercise can be conducted in their homes so as to reduce on the malaria burden in the district.
It's the day when we are kicking off with the indoor residual spray in the whole district. We're in the MOA Town Council flagging them off. We are aware that the community has been anxious of waiting this time. So we request that let them accept the spray operators to reach in their homes and do the necessary guidelines that we have given to them and support the spray operators to undertake this very important activity. So I hereby launch and flag them off for the indoor residual spray.
Mrs. Mbabazi Charity, the social behavior change communications officer under the Ministry of Health, urged all the pump sprayers to reach out to every home since the ministry's mission is to not leave anybody behind.
Allowing to take on this journey, and I hope we shall
do a good job, and we shall not leave any home unsprayed. Go in the field, do a very good job, and don't do a shoddy work. Just make sure you mix everything well. If you don't know how to fill the card, make sure you ask. Just please don't fear to ask if you don't know anything, okay? Our target is to leave every home sprayed.
Mr. Moko Charles Ade, the town agent who represented the town clerk, Moyo Town Council, implored the pump sprayers to perform their duties diligently as they were trained so as to achieve better results.
Prepare our population, and our people are ready to receive this drug through mobilization that have been done earlier on. So this time around, we don't want to waste much of your time. Go and execute this duty diligently as you have been trained, so that our people will be protected. And by saying this, I want to declare this journey open for each and everyone to go and execute the duty that is required out of us. Thank you.
Honorable Batio Joyce Udu, the Secretary for Health, Moyo District Local Government, say, as a leader, she thought it wise to start the spraying exercise in her home, and therefore urge all the community members to embrace the exercise in their homes so as to allow the exercise succeed.
Leader and Secretary for Health, I must lead an exemplary life. So the spraying is beginning in my home. As all of you can see, I've collected everything from my house out so that I leave space for the spray attendant to move freely. So as a leader, I want to request all the community within Moyo and beyond to embrace this program, because it's one of the interventions that the government has brought to curb the malaria rates in the country. As a government in Uganda, we are planning to kick malaria out in 2030. In order for us to achieve that target, we need to bring in different interventions. So IRS is one of them. And after IRS, we're also going to receive mosquito nets. This one is going to be concurrently. So I'm requesting all the community members to embrace this program. Please, when people are coming to your home to spray, don't lock your doors, don't be hesitant. You receive the spray attendants so that they spray the houses.
The government of Uganda, in collaboration with the United States government's President's Malaria Initiative, PMI, and the Global Fund, have been implementing the indoor residual spraying in selected high-burden districts in Uganda since 2009. However, in the West Nile region, the indoor residual spraying exercise was launched by the National Malaria Control Division on the 8th of September 2022 in Moyo District during an advocacy meeting with the local government leaders. The scale brought on board 9 West Nile districts, namely Adjumani, Arua, Madiokolo, Terego, Maracha, Koboko, Yumbe, Obongi, and Moyo District. I'm Dominic Anthony Okumu for West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories, over 800 cattle have been evicted from Gulu and Amuru district as the region officially effected the recent 3 weeks ultimatum given by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to all the Balalo who have not fenced their land and those that are grazing in government land. The State Minister for Northern Uganda, Honorable Quilchin Grace Freedom, confirmed the impounding of 830 cattle from several cattle keepers in Amuru and Gulu district. Take a look.
The State Minister for Northern Uganda, Grace Freedom Quilchin, says amid a number of challenges, the evictions of the indisciplined Balaru cattle keepers from Acholi sub-region are successfully started.
What has been tabled before me ranges between 23 million to 30 million per district, depending on the level of on the population of the animals. But that is not enough. That is not enough.
This came after the 3 weeks grace period, which was given by President Museveni while at Okiri sub-county in Amuru district elapsed.
Because we do not want to strain our people in the field. If we have identified you as non-compliant, pick your animals and go so that we can move to the next places. You can see we have done just 2 districts in 1 week. We have not even finished these districts. We need to move to other places, to other farms, so that work can continue smoothly.
The concern raised by various district teams implementing this executive order forced the Acholi parliamentary group to come on ground to assess the situation.
So you brief us on what is happening here, and then, the members should get to know exactly what is happening on the ground. Yesterday we already interacted with the Minister of State for Northern Uganda, gave us what is happening from the office. So we are here to understand what is happening on the ground.
Speaking to Acholi parliamentary group from Palar sub-county in Gulu district, ASP Walter Ogwang told MPs that lack of logistic and facilitations for the officers and other implementing members is frustrating the implementations of the eviction orders.
They could not continue because of what you have already been briefed. The facilitation of the personnel and how do you see this place, and we have been holding this personnel since. But how do you feed in here? This God knows. So this is one of the challenges that we are not moving because of even fuel. Challenges of getting fuel is a problem. So this is one of the areas that you are coming here should look at and help us. Otherwise, the team on the ground, both the police, the army, and the leaders around, we are ready for work.
Honorable Dennis Amere, the MP Kitgum municipality, was shocked to learn from these enforcement officers what they are going through while implementing the Executive Order number 3, which was meant to have a specific budget attached to.
It is as if there is a kind of arrangement just to confuse us that the work is going on.
Exactly. Yes.
But these are owners of animals who have picked sample from their farm to go and sell for Christmas.
And they are using their own truck.
No work is being done. This is my simple analysis.
That is it. Exactly.
Because when you look at the motives, the explanation, and how the police is being sidelined, that is my observation, by the way.
Yeah, that's
my simple analysis.
That's true.
Chairman, no work is being done. Completely.
Can I give you a background of this thing in Palaro?
According to Alfredo Pio, the district veterinary officer, Gulu district, the district have worked on only 2 farms out of 91 farms in the district since the 27th November 2023.
So in total for Gulu district, that very day of Monday 27th, we impounded 226 herds of cattle. They were driven to the livestock market constructed by Production Marketing Grant in Gulu district in a day. And that's where we kept them temporarily as the holding ground.
Emmanuel Yahangane Diguri, one of the Balalo, says they are not against the eviction order of the president if leaders are targeting only those who are not complying with the directives.
It is we are not disturbing the community. Maybe like 2% can be there, but if they come in a good way, they can still evict those ones that they think they are disturbing the community. But for us, we have tried fencing, and but the problem we faced was the issue of the workers. The issue of the workers within this short period of time that we got, shortage of workers, and this barbed wire. They could get finished in Palaro, they get finished in Gulu, I think in northern Uganda. Then we start putting their money and we wait for them to come from Kampala.
According to the minister, any cattle keepers that will not keep the standard requirement, his or her animal will be auctioned. The money raised will be used to implement community projects in the area EOC was operating. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, NILE CAST.
A very warm welcome, viewer, to the NILE CAST Sports News only on West Nile Television. I'll be filling in for Owen Ezaga. Let's have more of what's happening in the world of sports. Lefori Town Council beat MOA Town Council 2-1 in a Christmas Cup, played yesterday at Cecilia Stadium, with 1 goal scored in the first 45 minutes and 2 goals scored in the second half of the game. Okumu Dominic reports.
Lefori Town Council beat MOA Town Council 2-1 in Christmas Cup in Cecilia Stadium, with 1 goal scored in the first 45 minutes and 2 goals scored in the second half of the game. In another fixture played in the Christmas Cup, Metu Sub-County beat MOA Sub-County 2-0 in a match played at Metu Playgrounds. The next fixture in the Christmas Cup will be tomorrow, 7th December 2023, when Moyo Sub-County will be hosting Moyo Town Council at Moyo Army Primary Playgrounds at 4 p.m. I'm Dominic Antonio Kumu for West Nile TV, Nile Cast Sports.
And that, viewer, marks the end of the NILE Cast only on West Nile Television. Thank you, viewers, for always being with us from the beginning of the NILE Cast to the end of the NILE Cast only on West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name's Okumuringa Christine. Have a good evening.